Hey everyone, welcome back to Kunju's Media again. Hope you all are doing good and are staying safe. So today I've come up with a concept on vaccines.
Welcome to Kunju's Media.
Vaccines in the sense, I'll be talking about how do the vaccines work on our body and what are these vaccines made up of, or the composition of a vaccine. And the vaccines undergo various stages of testing and trials before being injected on a human or before being tested on humans. So we'll be talking about all these today. So before understanding how the vaccines act, it's necessary to know what is the work of a vaccine. A vaccine's work is nothing but to help your immune system do its job in a better way, very effectively. So what does this immune system mean and what is immunal response? Let's talk about it first. So what is an immune system now? An immune system is a network that consists of cells, tissues and organs that perform various functions in order to defend our body against harmful germs, right? When bacteria, virus, fungi or any other pathogens enter our body, they just multiply within our body, and this is called as infection. This infection leads to various diseases. So of course our body needs to respond something. This is known as immunal response. The response is carried out by our immune system and hence the name immunal response. Let's look how an immune response works. Any foreign particle or any pathogen that enters our body are termed as antigens, and these antigens are sensed by our immune system, and which in turn produces antibodies in order to defend those antigens, right? So it begins releasing antibodies to fight the germ, right? And these antigens and antibodies are very specific to each other. So this process might take a few days. So the antibodies finally work to attack, weaken and finally destroy the germs. Afterwards, our immune system remembers the germ, and if the germ invades us again, your body can recognize it quickly and send out the right antibodies so that you don't get sick again. So this protection against a certain disease is called as immunity. In many cases, our immunity lasts for a whole life, right? So now let's see how vaccines work. Now let's look how vaccines act on our body. Before that, let's know what are vaccines made of and what is the use of getting vaccinated. So vaccines are usually meant for our immune system to fight against infections in a faster and more effective way. And when you get a vaccine, it just stimulates your immune response and thereby producing antibodies, and helps your body to fight off and remember the germ, so it can attack it if ever the germ invades you again. And since vaccines are made of very small amounts of weak or dead germs, they won't make you sick. Usually this vaccine is a preparation that consists of the weak or dead germ against which you need to develop an immunity, right? So our body treats this vaccine as antigen so that it sparks your immune response in order to produce antibodies. These antibodies, as I said, would attack your antigen and forming an antigen-antibody complex, which later results in the destruction of the virus. And these antibodies are remembered by these germs, and antibodies both are remembered by your immune system. And whenever the same germ attacks your body in your future days, our body remembers it and it knows the right antibody, which antibody to secrete, and it secretes it as soon as possible so that you won't get sick again. And this is how the vaccines provide long-lasting immunity to serious diseases without causing serious illness. I hope you all have seen now how the vaccines act on human body. And if you ask me whether natural immunity is better or the immunity acquired by vaccine is better, I would definitely say it's immunity that's acquired by vaccine. Because in case of natural immunity, you should have got the disease once. Only then your body produces antibodies, or only then it remembers, and you don't know how severe the disease is. But in case of vaccinated or immunity that's acquired by vaccination, you need not to have get that disease, and you have already developed immunity against it. So there is no need to worry. And there are some people who cannot take vaccines because of their health conditions like cancer or HIV, they are allergic to some of the components that are present in a vaccine. If you take a vaccine, like you're protecting the people around you as well, right? And if more number of people get vaccinated, the spreading of the disease is less, and this we call as community immunity, right? So if you vaccinate yourself and you're protecting the people around you, I think that's a great job to be done, and it's easy also. So it's better to get vaccinated as soon as possible, right? And now it's common, right, our COVID-19 vaccination, and I hope everyone have already got vaccinated, and please do get vaccinated if you haven't yet, right? And now let's talk about the final part of our video today, and how these vaccines undergo trials and finally reaches. Basically this is done in 5 stages. First is preclinical trials. In this trials, the vaccines are tested on animals like mice and monkeys in order to just see whether the vaccine is showing an immunal response. And in the next comes the clinical trial phase 1. In clinical trial phase 1, it's tested on some 10 to 20 volunteers in order to check how the vaccines act on humans, or the immunal response in humans. In clinical trial phase 2, it's tested on some 100 to 200 volunteers from various age groups in order to check the side effects, or the common side effects that is caused in various age groups, and how do the vaccines act in various age groups. And in clinical trial phase 3, this is carried out in some thousands of people, and they check the common effects that's happening. And finally it's administered to a lot of people. I mean, before that it needs certified by regulatory bodies in various countries, and finally it is administered and then checked for the difference in people who are vaccinated and in people who haven't yet vaccinated, and they check the difference is what's happening. And this is how the vaccine is finally approved, right? So this is all I wanted to say today. I hope at least some of you might have understood the importance of vaccination and the working of our immune system. As I mentioned about community immunity here, I think you are well aware of how important of getting vaccinated yourself is important, because it protects other people around you, right? So please do have your dose of vaccination as soon as possible. Yeah, and I wanted to mention one more thing. The clinical trials or the preclinical trials is not as simple as we discuss or make in a video. It's really very complex, and I just wanted to make this as a summary in a very simple way. That's it. Yeah. So hope you all liked watching the video. If you did, do give a like, do share it, and do comment as well. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, do subscribe as well, and don't forget to click the bell icon. So everyone, stay safe, stay happy until my next video. Bye bye.
Please do like, share, and subscribe the channel.